Her arms slammed onto the wet tiles, cutting off his exit. "You are not getting out alone."
You are tired. Let me walk you to the ladder.
Again, I am a grown man. I can climb out of a children's pool.
Every lesson ended this way. Hina, his teal-haired instructor, refused to let him exit the pool by himself. He gripped the edge, ready to climb, but her hand locked onto his elbow.
I said, wait. I am responsible for you until you are on dry ground.
I can walk 5 steps without drowning. This is insane.
It's not a discussion. Grab your towel. Now.
In the locker room, later, Ryota stared at his own face. The drowning fear he had carried since childhood still clawed at him.
Why does she treat me like I am helpless? I am going to find out what's really going on.
The next lesson, Ryota decided to test her. Mid-drill, he grabbed the pool edge and started hoisting himself out.
What are you doing? The lesson isn't over.
I am done. I can get out by myself just fine.
You are not ready to be unsupervised. Get back in the water.
She's treating me like a child. It's humiliating.
The words unearthed a memory he had tried to drown. A small boy sinking, hands reaching up as the surface slipped away.
24 years, and I still panic when water touches my face. She doesn't know that.
After the lesson, Ryota changed in silence. The resentment sat heavy in his chest.
This isn't about safety. Something else is driving her. I'll go to management.
He was done being treated like a liability. The next morning, Ryota walked straight past the pool and into the front office.
You look upset. Is there a problem with your instruction?
I want to file a complaint about my instructor, Hina. She won't let me get out of the pool by myself.
I understand this has been difficult for you, but Hina follows our strict safety guidelines. She has my full support.
Full support. She didn't even ask what actually happened. It's like they've prepared for this.
Her behavior may seem excessive, but it's grounded in experience. I can't share more.
Then give me something. I am not a child. I have the right to know why I am being treated like this.
I am sorry, but that information is confidential. I suggest you focus on your progress. Hina's results speak for themselves.
Results. I can barely float without her hovering. Something happened here, and they're all covering it up.
Outside, rain blurred the windows. Ryota stared at his phone, the cancellation message unsent. The next lesson, Ryota dragged himself to the pool. His body moved on autopilot, his mind still tangled in the manager's words.
Try to relax. Let the water hold you.
But how can I relax when I don't even know why I am here anymore?
He pushed off the wall, but his arms were stiff with resentment. Halfway across, he felt the old panic claw up his throat. Water forced its way in. He choked, limbs flailing. Before the scream could leave his lungs, Hina's arm wrapped around his chest, pulling him upright with startling speed.
Breathe. You are okay. I've got you.
She saved me again. I hate this. I hate being so useless.
In the locker room, he sat with his head in his hands. The mirror showed a man he didn't want to face. At home, he sank onto the couch, surrounded by takeout containers and unopened mail. He didn't cancel, but he didn't know why. He came early one afternoon and found Hina in the shallow end, guiding a trembling 6-year-old. Her eyes never stopped moving, scanning the water, the edges, the doors.
She's not just watching that kid. She's watching the whole building. Like she's waiting for something to happen.
When the lesson ended and the mother collected the child, Ryota walked over.
Hina, can I ask something? Why are you so careful? Not just with me, with everyone.
It's my job. Safety first. Always.
She looked away. That's not a real answer.
But her focus never wavered from the water. It was a shield, not a preference.
This isn't about me. Something cracked her open a long time ago. I need to know what.
He had stopped wanting to quit. Now he wanted the truth. That night, Ryota searched every corner of the internet. Local news, incident reports, old forum threads. The article surfaced on the 7th page. Metro pool, drowning claims life of adult swimmer. A 31-year-old man had climbed out of the pool, collapsed, and never woke up. 2 years ago.
31, my age. That's why she won't let me leave the water unattended.
He stared at the screen, his chest tightening. The article mentioned a lifeguard's delayed response.
Was it Hina? Was she the one who...
He saved the article and closed the laptop. The next morning, he went back to the pool. During the lesson, he caught Hina's eye but said nothing. He floated on her instructions, fully trusting for the first time.
She's carrying this alone. I won't push. I'll earn her trust.
After the lesson, he walked past the front desk without a glance. The complaint could wait. The next session, Ryota sank into the water without hesitation. His strokes were uneven, but there was no panic.
You are not fighting the water today. Something's changed.
I am done being angry. She deserves my effort, not my frustration.
He followed every instruction, letting her lead. For the first time, the lesson felt like a partnership. When it ended, she walked him to the ladder as always. But this time, he didn't pull away.
Hina, I just wanted to say thank you for not giving up on me.
You don't need to thank me. It's my job.
Number. It's more than that. I can see it now.
Her lips parted as if to argue, but nothing came. For a moment, the armor slipped. She walked away, but not before glancing back. An unreadable expression, fear and hope tangled together. The lessons blurred into a rhythm. Ryota stopped bracing for disaster and started listening to the water.
Your strokes are cleaner. You are not just floating. You are swimming.
Her vigilance doesn't feel like a cage anymore. It feels like a safeguard I never knew I needed.
They exchanged a small smile, the kind that didn't need words. One afternoon, he completed a full lap without stopping. Hina clicked her stopwatch, her expression unreadable.
Ryota, thank you for being patient. Most adults quit when they realize how hard this is.
She wants to say more. I can feel it hanging there. You make it easier than it should be. Is everything okay?
Fine, just tired. Long day.
But Ryota didn't look away. Whatever she was hiding, he was no longer willing to let her carry it alone. The following week, Ryota arrived early. Hina was adjusting lane ropes, her gaze constantly sweeping the water. A small girl running on the wet deck slipped, her bare feet skidding with a squeal. Hina spun, her face going white. No. The word ripped out before she even saw the child. She lunged across the deck. But the girl was already on her feet, giggling. Hina stopped, gasping. Her eyes, wide with terror, slowly focused on the unharmed girl.
That wasn't just vigilance. She was back in whatever memory she kept buried.
Ryota saw her hands tremble as she forced a smile and sent the girl off.
Hina, we need to talk. After your shift.
It was nothing.
He didn't argue. Tonight, he would stay until the pool emptied. No more secrets. The pool lights faded, leaving a blue glow over the water. Hina sat motionless at the deep end. Ryota crossed the deck, his footsteps echoing. She didn't look up, but her shoulders hunched tighter.
She's been waiting for this. I have to get it right. Hina, I found the article about the man who drowned. He was 31.
Her hand flew to her mouth, muffling a sharp gasp. The tears came instantly. She cried soundlessly, her whole body shaking. She tried to speak, but only a broken whisper escaped.
I am not here to judge you. I just want to understand.
She shook her head, unable to form words. The anguish was raw, untouched.
Then I'll wait. I'll keep taking lessons. I'll be here every day until you are ready.
Without a word, she stood and walked away, a ghost retreating into the darkness. Ryota remained. He would prove his promise one stroke at a time. The deep end drill began. Ryota focused on his kickboard, trying to ignore the depth. His foot slipped on the smooth tile. He pitched backward, arms flailing, plunging into the dark water. Underwater, the panic seized him. He was 7 again, reaching for a surface that wouldn't come. Then a vice grip seized his arm. Hina hauled him upward with impossible speed. She dropped him onto the deck, coughing. She stood over him, gasping, eyes wild with something primal.
How did you? I didn't even hear a splash. You were there in an instant.
She couldn't answer. Her face crumpled, and she turned away, hands shaking.
She's been waiting for this. Every second of every lesson. She's been expecting my death.
Hina ended the lesson abruptly. She walked away fast, leaving Ryota alone at the water's edge. He stayed there, staring at the calm water. The truth was uglier than he'd imagined. He found her in the dim corridor outside the locker rooms. Knees drawn up, silent sobs shaking her.
She's breaking apart, and she can't even let me see it.
He knelt beside her, not speaking, just letting his presence anchor her.
Hina, I don't need the explanation. I trust you. Whatever it is, I trust you.
She broke. The tears came in a flood, and he pulled her into a careful embrace.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry I can't tell you yet.
Then, don't. I'll be here. Let me help you carry it.
After a long while, her sobs quieted. They sat together in the dim hallway, his hand resting over hers.
I'll stop pushing. I'll learn to swim for her.
When they finally stood, the silence between them had shifted, no longer heavy with secrets, but fragile with shared peace. Over the following weeks, Ryota attacked the water with a fierce new purpose. His strokes lengthened, his breathing steadied, Hina's instructions softened. She even laughed once, a sound she seemed to have forgotten.
I am not afraid anymore. I am actually enjoying this, and it's because of her.
The mock test came on a bright Tuesday. He swam 4 lengths without stopping, then treaded water with ease.
Time. Excellent, Ryota. You've passed.
She clicked the stopwatch, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. Beneath the pride sat a deep, unspoken grief.
I couldn't have done this without you, Hina. Thank you.
You did the hard work. I just kept you safe.
She's still carrying that weight. Even now, she's holding back tears.
He had conquered water. But Hina was still drowning in a past he could only guess at. That evening, as Ryota gathered his towel, Hina caught his wrist. Her voice was barely a whisper.
Ryota, can you stay tonight after the pool closes? I need to tell you something.
This is it. The reason for everything. Can I handle it?
He nodded, and they waited in silence as the last swimmers left, the lights dimming to a soft glow. The water lay still, reflecting the empty lanes. She sat down on the edge, and he followed.
I've wanted to tell you for weeks. Every time I see you, I feel the guilt clawing at me. 2 years ago, I let someone die, right here.
Take your time. I am here.
She took a shaky breath, her hands trembling in her lap. The past was about to surface, and then the words finally broke the silence. 2 years ago.
He was a nervous swimmer, just like you. 31 years old. After his lesson, I walked him to the ladder. He seemed fine. I turned away for just 4 seconds to log the time.
When she looked back, he was face down in 30 centimeters of water.
He'd climbed out, then simply collapsed. He drowned in 30 centimeters of water.
She pulled him out and did CPR until the paramedics came. It was too late.
He was your age. He had your fear, and I let him die.
The tears streamed down her face as she finally spoke. The truth she'd buried.
Every lesson since, I swore I'd never take my eyes off a nervous adult again.
Ryota sat in silence, the picture of her guilt finally complete. Ryota reached out and took both of her trembling hands in his.
Hina, I understand now. You weren't suffocating me. You were protecting me because of you. I didn't become another tragedy. My fear is gone. You gave me that. This must be what it felt like for her. Facing death and still refusing to let go. I want to help. I want to train as a volunteer water safety instructor. Here at this pool.
Hina looked up, her tear-streaked eyes widening.
You would do that? After everything I told you?
Because of everything you told me. His memory won't be for nothing.
They sat in the quiet, the water shimmering, a silent promise settling between them. For the first time in 2 years, Hina's smile reached her eyes, A week later, Ryota returned for his final swim test. He moved through the water with a fluidity he'd never dreamed possible.
Congratulations, Ryota. You've officially completed the adult beginner course.
Thank you. This certificate means more than I can put into words.
There's more. Hina told us about your request. We'd like to offer you a volunteer water safety instructor position.
I accept. Thank you for this opportunity. When can I start training?
Hina, standing by the door, watched with a deep, genuine smile.
We start your training next week. Welcome aboard, Ryota.
Ryota looked down at the white volunteer shirt in his hands, then back at Hina. For the first time, the pool felt like home.
I went from fearing water to protecting others in it, all because of her vigilance.
The manager handed over a training schedule, and a quiet sense of purpose settled over the room. The weeks of training flew by. Now, Ryota stood in the shallow end, a volunteer shirt on his back, and a nervous beginner in front of him.
Take it slow. I'll be right here, just like my instructor taught me.
He guided the man through basic floating, his hand never leaving the small of his back.
This must be what Hina felt. The weight of being someone's safety net. You are doing great. Let the water hold you.
The student's tense shoulders finally relaxed, and a cautious smile broke through. Across the deck, Hina watched. When their eyes met, she gave a small, proud nod.
Her vigilance taught me this. Now I am passing it on.
They shared a quiet smile, the kind that needed no words. The pool, once a place of fear, had become a second home. After the volunteer session, they found themselves alone again, sitting on the edge of the quieting pool.
I used to dread coming here. Now, it feels like home.
I never thought I would say this, but me too. You made that possible.
Their feet stirred the water, ripples spreading like the change between them.
I used to see your vigilance as control. Now I know it was your way of caring.
I was scared. Every lesson I saw him, but you showed me I could keep others safe without losing myself.
The evening light softened, painting their faces in gold.
Thank you for not giving up on me.
Thank you for staying, even when I pushed you away.
They didn't need words after that. The silence was full of understanding. The next morning before the pool opened, Ryota glanced at his phone. The wallpaper was a selfie from his graduation day. He and Hina, both beaming in their swimsuits, water sparkling around them. He pocketed the phone and walked out. A new student waited, gripping the pool rail like a lifeline.
That look. I remember it. The terror of even touching the water. First time, I used to be just as scared. It's okay. I'll stay with you until you are ready to get out on your own.
The student's white-knuckled grip on the rail loosened. A fragile trust formed in his eyes. Ryota extended his hand, a quiet invitation.
And to think, I almost walked away. Now I am the one helping others stay in the water.
Together, they stepped into the shallow end, the water welcoming them. The pool at sunrise was still and silent. A mirror of soft blue light, kickboards lined the deck. A quiet promise of the children who would soon laugh and splash. Ryota and Hina walked out together, their footsteps echoing in the empty hall. By the rules sign, a small photo of a young man had been taped. Fresh flowers lay beneath it. The water held its peace, no longer a reminder of loss, but a keeper of memories. Hina smiled, really smiled, her eyes unshadowed for the first time in years. Ryota looked at the water, his reflection steady, no longer an enemy. The lanes stretched empty, full of promise for those yet to come. Some lessons were about swimming, others were about staying afloat. And here, in the quiet, both had found their shore. The student who had clung to the rail now floated freely, laughing at the ceiling.
He's doing it. Just like that. The fear lets go.
He gave a thumbs up, the same gesture Hina had taught him. From the edge, Hina clapped softly, her smile lighting up the water. The student laughed, splashing, not a trace of fear left in his eyes.
This is why I stayed. This moment right here.
Hina met his gaze across the water, sharing the victory in a silent glance. Some lessons teach you to swim, others teach you how to pass it on. The pool filled with the sounds of a new day. Children laughing, water churning, life undaunted. And at the heart of it, 2 guardians watched over the water, holding a promise that would never again be broken.